Hey, my name is Angela. I'm a holistic registered dietitian, nutritionist, and today I want to go over with you healthy parameters of a low fiber diet. This is definitely one area that I see that is constantly messed up is healthy parameters. And complaints I get from people I talk with is that it tells them to eat, white foods and junk food, because that's all like low in fiber, like white bread or processed type meals or boxed items or unhealthy meats, things like that. And so even though they might be low in fiber, it's not healthy, especially if you're trying to be on a low fiber diet to improve your digestion. That can actually make things worse when you're eating a whole bunch of processed type foods. That could be creating more inflammation in your digestive system. And so if you want to find out, then let's get started. All right, so healthy parameters of a low fiber diet, whether you were recently diagnosed with diverticulitis and need to be on a low fiber diet, whether you recently had like intestinal surgery, it could be of the small intestine, so you've had some of your colon taken out, or if you're recently out of the hospital and they wanted you to be on a low fiber diet, for whatever reason it is, let's go over some healthy parameters of a low fiber diet. So generally, there are different variations of how much fiber can be consumed on a low fiber diet. There are some that are less than 8 grams, but typically I recommend about 10 to 15 grams for fiber. So that's anywhere from like 3 to 5 grams at a meal for the amount of fiber. And a great way to make sure that you're sticking to a low fiber diet would be tracking your intake. That would give you an estimation. It's not going to give you an exact replica of how much fiber you're taking in, but at least it'll give you a rough amount of proximity to kind of help guide you. And so healthy ways of consuming a low fiber diet would be to make up of what you're eating coming from cooked plants, such as your cooked vegetables and fruits. And so definitely without the skins on them or without the seeds, but you can still have cooked vegetables. They have to be easily cut or mashed with a fork. That way you know that it's been thoroughly cooked well enough for your digestive system to process it. And the idea behind being on a low fiber diet is just to give your digestive system a break, to be able to help with healing of the digestive system, whether it's after surgery or if it's inflamed. And so a low fiber diet is a temporary diet. People don't need to be on a low fiber diet long term. It's unhealthy. The digestive system needs fiber. But a low fiber diet, you can consume cooked vegetables, especially like I said, if they don't have the skins on them or without the seeds, they're easily to mash with a fork. Those can definitely be a part of a low fiber diet. As well as like cooked fruits are another great thing to be having in your diet. So again, without the skins or without the seeds, you can definitely be having those types of cooked fruits. Applesauce is great, bananas are great, melons are wonderful, canned peaches and pears are all part of a low fiber diet that consume with fruits. Now there's definitely some other types of fruits and vegetables you can have in a juice form. So I would recommend getting in like a green juice or having, a serving of those types of greens within a day to be able to help with maximizing nutrition from fruits and vegetables that you're not going to get normally if you're eating them on a typical diet. Again, juices will be low in fiber because they don't have the pulp in them, but you'll get a lot of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants from those vegetables without the fiber. So basing your diet off of those, as well as you can have meats like chicken or fish are a little bit easier to digest, a lot softer, especially fish would be my first go-to recommendation if you're wanting to have meat. And then chicken, if you decide to eat chicken, then making sure it's well cooked, probably like in a crock pot that has a lot of water to it. Tofu is another great addition for a low fiber diet. Very soft, it's mostly made up of protein. You can also do like fats as well, like creamy peanut butter would be a great addition. And if you do decide to use like some type of bread, I would go for a sourdough bread. Sourdough breads are fermented type bread, so it also helps to make it easier on the digestive system initially to process. You could also do like rice noodles or just regular white rice, but I would try to limit the amounts of how much you're taking in of these other items because, again, they don't have as much nutrition as if you were eating foods that had like brown rice or whole grains. They're a little bit more devoid of nutrition when they've been stripped of the fiber and vitamins. One other parameter that I want to mention in regards to a low fiber diet is to avoid fried, greasy type foods. So if you're trying to improve on your digestive system, this can make things worse, as well as a lot of added sugar, as well as any type of processed meats, your bacon, sausage, hot dogs, lunch meats. These foods can actually be more harmful to your digestive system when you're trying to help heal it and improve it. You don't want to create more inflammation in the digestive system. So limiting those amounts as well as any type of other processed type foods will help ensure that you're staying in a healthy, low fiber parameters with getting in a good amount of nutrition from what you're eating, especially if you're having to do this for several weeks. And some other thoughts is also eating small, frequent meals throughout the day to help with digestion. Smaller meals are easy to digest than larger meals. And then making sure you're getting plenty of fluids, consuming probiotics, whether it's through food sources or a supplement, can also help with creating a good, healthy digestive system. And then, like I said, low fiber is a temporary diet. Regardless of kind of what's going on, usually there's some form of adding back in fiber, whether it's adding in a little bit more cooked foods or some things with skins on them, but it's a slow progression. It may not be a high fiber diet depending on your circumstances, but typically you add fiber back in if you want a healthy digestive system. All right. So if you're wanting meal ideas or a little bit more detailed suggestions, I have way more information in a tool that I have developed for you in regards to a low fiber diet, with going through each kind of food group, showing you what foods that are included on a low fiber diet, as well as meal ideas. What would be great meals for breakfast, lunch, dinner that are part of a low fiber diet, to give you more variety, more options. That's another complaint that I hear about with low fiber, is there's just not much to eat, especially in terms of healthy. But I hope the information that I gave you today kind of helps increase that knowledge of healthy parameters that you can have on a low fiber diet to give you more options, more variety from foods. All right, if you have any questions, I'm a registered dietitian, not necessarily your dietitian, so please reach out to your local dietitian for more information or a little bit more specific parameters in regards to a low fiber diet, like if you're not supposed to eat certain vegetables or certain fruits, or have certain types of foods on a low fiber diet. So please reach out to your specific dietitian. All right, feel free to leave a comment below if you have any questions. You can also go to my website to ask questions at dietitianangela.com, and that's also where I have the low fiber tool in regards to meal ideas and specific foods, a little bit more detailed, a lot more than I gave on this video. All right, I hope you guys have a happy, healthy day. Bye.